I'm Danielle Sutherland, and I'm the curriculum coordinator, local implementation. So basically what that means is any sessions that we do in-house or externally, I'm the main facilitator and I help create the partnership agreements with the partnership agencies. Sessions is for youth who live in a world where drug use is common. We have one exclusionary criteria, and that's if youth are currently trying to abstain from using drugs, because we find if you're chatting about drugs for 3 hours and you're trying not to use drugs, that can make you want to use drugs. So that's our only time when we would say that sessions wouldn't be a good place with youth, but again, that's on a case-by-case basis, and we'll chat with the youth before that. So typical sessions workshop would look like we would come in and we'd do a check-in just to see where everybody's at, make sure that everyone's, whatever is going on for them, that they're able to bring their whole selves to sessions, and then we go into whatever activities we have for the day. So sometimes that might be a group conversation, sometimes that might be a small group conversation, it might be a game or an activity where we'll give you a task to do and you have to come up with something and then present it to the group. It can be all different kinds of things, and we try to make sure that we're always doing different stuff.
We had a lot of really fun activities. We had some individual aspects, some group aspects, and I thought all of it just kind of meshed really well.
I thought it was very multimedia because we got different aspects. We got videos, we got people's sharing stuff. They made it really clear to us that we were getting all types of information, so it wasn't just going to be a biased program.
Even though 3 hours can seem like a long time, we're not having the facilitator stand at the front of the room and talk to you for 3 hours. Typically what's happening is we're doing different things, and majority of the time it's actually everybody talking to each other.
I was excited to go into a place where they didn't bash drugs, because it was the first time for me to see people like adults who were so open and accepting about drug use, and they just wanted you to be safe doing it.
I'm really someone who prides themselves on knowing a lot of things about drug use and sexual health, and when I didn't know something, I'm like, wow, okay. And Danielle was right there and she's like, now you've learned something. That's a really cool thing.
Very rarely would the facilitator be standing up in the room giving you information. As facilitators, we're not the experts. You as a youth are. You know more about drugs than I ever will. So all of the information and all of the content that we get in sessions comes from everything in the room that youth bring.
It just engages you with different people, and you get to connect to their experiences with drugs, and you kind of get to know from their knowledge what their perspective is on certain things.
It's you get to be surrounded with people who are in the same situation as you, and you get to hear their experiences and you get to share yours, and then you can kind of base your knowledge off of everything that you learn.
We all come from different walks of life, and I think that's the major quality of sessions.
You have a meal with every session, so whether we're doing sessions internally or with a partnership agency, we always make sure that there's a meal. For every hour that you're in sessions, you get volunteer hours, so you can use that for anything. So for high school, for community service, probation, anything that you need volunteer hours for, just generally scholarships sometimes want you to have volunteer hours.
It's hard getting volunteer hours when you're in high school because you find opportunities that are not really suitable for you. This is a place where you don't really have to go and work. You just learn things and you meet cool people, you get free food, and it's awesome.
So sessions isn't treatment. It's not drug treatment, it's not a support group, it's not a place where someone's going to talk at you about drugs. We're not going to use fear tactics to try and stop you from using drugs.
Sessions didn't do what the media will do and seem to demonize substance use. It's something that does happen and can be negative, but can also work for people.
I actually learned a thing or two, a thing that I actually maybe even saved my own life or somebody else's life.
I recommend sessions to anybody